In my how to dress like a Hepcat video, I talked about the skinny belt. So in this video, I want to talk a little bit more about the skinny belt and where you can find them, even if they're not vintage. Well, first of all, as you know, for the Hepcat, vintage is always priority. You always want to get the original, and I actually have some originals here. I got some silver, black, brown. Some of them are leather, some of them are plastic, and then I got some non-vintage belts that I've gotten at believe it or not, I found them in the women's section at stores like Target, New York and Company, Express, pretty much any clothing store that you can find at the mall. You can find skinny belts for women, but guess what? They will work well for men. Now all you gotta make sure is that the buckles don't look girly. I have some buckles here. As you can see, they're all pretty much the same. And they're not really different from the original 50s belts that I have here. If you look at the buckles, they're pretty much the same. Whenever I'm in Target or at the mall for whatever reason, I always stop by the women's section and I look at the skinny belts, and they almost always have some cool belts that would look good in the Hepcat style. I found the zebra print belt at Express. It's actually real leather, and it just looks really well. I'm gonna actually model it right now so that you can see what it looks like on my outfit. But I prefer the zebra belt, the silver belt, gold belt, and a brown belt if I'm wearing brown shoes or white bucks. But I always like wearing something that's not black, with the exception of the zebra belt. Of course, it has some black, but I would wear these a lot with my white bucks and with a blue colored pants with a white shirt or whatever. They actually stand out really nice when you're wearing this belt. Another belt I wear regularly is this silver skinny belt. It's actually original. This one's original. It's got the tag. I don't know if you can see it right around there. It's already wearing off, but again, I just wear this belt with almost everything. I always wear white bucks, so this one stands out nicely with your pants, and so I would recommend you getting one of these, except I don't know if you can find it original, but if you can't, it's okay, because guess what? The women's section in every department store or Forever 21 or Express or Target will have a silver one. I actually took a video that I'm going to show you right now, and I found these this set of 3 belts that I would call the starter pack for the Hepcat. Really, it was a black, a brown, and a white one, or a black, white, and silver. I can't remember, but I was almost going to get it, but I already have all these belts, so I don't really need any more. Anyhow, I think that every guy should have one of these skinny belts to pair with their outfits. It looks really good. Better than the thicker belts, I feel. Although I do have some thicker belts. They are the braided elastic ones, and they're actually original vintage. But I just find a hard time wearing those because they don't really go well with the shoes. Alright, to end this, I'd like to demonstrate one of the ways I wear my belts. I usually start off on the left side and I go all the way around, starting with the second loop. And that's just one of the ways the Hepcats wear them. Really, it just became a fashion statement back in the even late as 30s, and it carried on into the 40s, 50s, and I don't know about the 60s, but all I know is that this was definitely a fashion trend in the 50s. So now I leave you with some samples of my skinny belts and which ones I wear, and notice how each one of these belts pretty much goes well with the same outfit that I'm wearing.